Gabrilian of Armenia, Williams of St. Kitts Nevis, Nakamura of Japan, and Makanovic of Bosnia-Herzegovina. There's a range of abilities here. The Nauru athlete will get a little bit out of it. So a slow start by the Trinidad athlete Clark, has a very good start by Spadotto Scott of Italy, and Johnny O. Smith of Jamaica now coming through, very close between them. Smith just getting it on the line from Spadotto Clark, but the feature of that was the very sluggish performance there by K.L. Clark of Trinidad. He just didn't get into a running at all quickly and was unable to make up the ground on those first two who qualified quite easily. We've got a side headwind of 0.8 metres per second, but I have to say a surprisingly slow winning time of 12.12.
Yes, and, again, I go back to, the fact that these young ladies have not really practiced with this gun. And it just looked to me like they just didn't react, to the sound of the gun coming out of the speaker. Spadotto Clark, I think, having, already been over in Europe, being Italian, clearly, got a good start on everyone, and was able to run Smith all the way to the line. Excellent run for her, but I know that Smith and Clark will definitely be upset with their times in this first round.
Smith, however, will be happy that she's got through, whereas Clark may well not have done, although there are 8 more on times, and so it could be she's enough, but it really wasn't a very good time in any circumstance. The first two obviously very close together, and we haven't yet got the results of the photo between the two of them, but we know that those are the ones who qualified. Javelin throwers just preparing. They've had their warm-up and they'll be getting ready. Well, let's have a look at the results. In fact, the verdict going to Spadotto Scott of Italy and then Johnny L. Smith. 12.12 and 12.13 respectively, and 12.40 for Clark. That's so far down on 11.73 PB, and even that, well, it has a vague chance of going through, but with a lot more heats to come. 12.40 doesn't sound like the sort of time that you qualify.
Yes.
The lineup for the third of the 8 heats in the girls' 100 metres. Bunch of runners to look out for there. We've got Rosa of Brazil and Maduka of Germany in the centre lanes. They're the quickest in that line. Chulumba, who recently won the Luxembourg senior title, and she's run 11.97. So it's Barjak Tarovic from Serbia, Chulumba of Luxembourg, Rosa of Brazil, Maduka of Germany, Andres of Spain, Keita of Mali, Michelotti of San Marino, and Ilixej of Turkey. That's the lineup for Heat 3. Remember, it's the first two only, sure to go through. And we're looking at the favourites: Rosa of Brazil in 3, Maduka of Germany in 4. Well, the favourites pretty reasonably away. Rosa a little bit slower of Brazil, and outside her the German and the Spaniard probably going better. Strong run by Andres of Spain as well, but it is Maduka of Germany who wins it. Andres of Spain in second place, and then the Brazilian Rosa in third. May well have run quick enough to qualify with 8 more on times after the first two. The winning time there shown as 11.84. Well, Kareem, Maduka was a little bit slower away than the Spaniard, but came through quite nicely.
Yes, didn't quite execute the start like she would have needed to. Again, it's always a challenge for these taller athletes to execute their drive phase. And she stood straight up coming out of the blocks, as you can see here. By the third or fourth step, she's almost, standing up and sprinting. She could stand to learn a little bit more about how to properly be more patient in the drive phase, and she'll have a whole lot more left at the end of her race. I think the jury's still out as to whether this young lady is a 100-meter sprinter when it's all said and done. She looks like she has the potential to do any number of things. So I'll be intrigued to see where she ends up. 11.83.
Well, Jessie Manduka, confirmed as the winner in 11.83 from Andres of Spain and Rosa of Brazil, again contending a slight headwind, 1.1. Third race in the octathlon. Again, we've got another man who's had to pull out. Philipp Kronsteiner of Austria is out, so that leaves us with Grunovic, with Fontanelli, with Androlets, with Van Zempenberg, with Buchenfehr and with Thiele. Now, two men here in the top three in the standings coming into this race in the fourth and final race. So this is the lineup. Alexander Grunovic of Serbia, the best of 50.75. He runs on the inside here. Next to him, Vinicius Fontanelli of Brazil, and then we have Maxim Androlets of Belarus. Now, as I said, he's lying third overall, and he's one of the top men in the event with a 5.931 octathlon score. And we will have in lane 6 Amir Buchenfehr, and then the man who's lying second overall, Ben Thiele of Germany, out in lane 7. Thiele, who's run 50.67. Well, these athletes very closely matched, but only about half a second separating them on personal best, so let's see how it transpires now that this race is underway. Good start by Grunovic of Serbia on the inside. He's gone past Fontanelli and Androlets, and running out on the outside lane, it looks like a good run by the German Ben Thiele, just out of the camera shot at the moment, and inside him, he's just on the left, just going through now in fact. So it's Thiele in the red, the German right on the outside. He's run pretty well, but the man on the inside as the stagger unwinds. Of course, we've got on the inside there Grunovic of Serbia, who started so well. So Grunovic of Serbia on the inside. Thiele just going back a little bit relatively, maybe the German. No, he's holding on. He's being challenged, of course, by a strong run by the Belarusian Androlets, the strong man from Belarus. Probably just gets through to take second place from Thiele on the line. And the winning time there, 50.07. And it looks like, again, we'll have quite a number of personal bests set there in this, the third of 4 races. And there'll be good points for some of the leaders. Ben Thiele did pretty well, so too did Androlets, and Grunovic of Serbia beat them all with a time of 50.05 to take 0.7 seconds off his PB.
Wasn't it? Sorry, Peter.
Sorry, Androlets are saying the Belarusian also doing a PB. Came through late, didn't he?
He did indeed. He saved his energy for the final few metres, but good running from lane 1, Grunovic of Serbia, rewarded with a personal best time just outside 50 seconds. The German seal there really struggling over the final few metres with Androlets from Belarus just crosses the line ahead of him by 5/100ths of a second.
Yeah, well, they're closely matched, aren't they? Second and third to Thiele and Androlets before that event, so it probably won't change with just a fraction or two for a second between them, and that will just be a few points.
So their job is done so far with just one heat left in the boys 400 octathlon.
Grunovic 50.05, Androlets 50.66, both PBs. Ben Thiele 50.71, just outside his, and Van Vandenbergen of Netherlands 51.10, another best.